Hello Gemini, thank you for joining me. It's Sandra from Wolf Moon Tarot. Gemini, this reading is going to look at your energies between the 22nd to the 28th of February 2021 or thereabouts. I've done a pre-shuffle of the cards to get your energy into the cards, so I'll just do a final shuffle. Just to say, it's a general reading, Gemini, so it won't resonate with all of you, but it should do with some of you, or to a greater or a lesser degree. And I'll just do a final shuffle of the Moonology cards, and just to get one starter energy for you to start your reading. And also just to say, Mercury starts to go forward again in the heavens, or appears to, right at the beginning of this reading time on the 22nd. So, you know, if the brakes have been on in some area, Gemini, then for some of you, then the brakes are going to start to come off, and you're going to be able to go forward and make your plans and make your decisions. All right, so let's see. Okay, and a final shuffle of the Oracle of Visions. Let's see what the energies have to say to you for this time. So we have a full moon, and this is saying surrender to the divine. All right, so let's see where that's going. Surrender to the divine. Just put that over there. And then here we have number 28. All right, that's interesting. So this is about making contact, reaching out. It can be about spiritual bonds as well. And connection, spiritual bonds and connection. So okay, so surrender to the divine, spiritual bonds and connections. Let's see where this is going. So a final shuffle of the Tarot of Dreams. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Hanging Man. And the Hanging Man, this is when there's a pause in action. Something is suspended at the moment. For some of you it could be about a limited perspective on something, or hanging around. So let's see. So I'll just put that to one side. And then a final shuffle of the Light Seers Tarot. And at the bottom of this deck, right, we have the Four of Swords. And this again is about taking a rest, taking a break. Perhaps having a rest from matters to do with the heart or the heart centre. Whatever that means for you, it'll have a different meaning for all of you, Gemini. But it's certainly about having a break from something and recharging your batteries. And it's not too far removed from the Hanging Man energy, which is about things being suspended at this time. So at the heart of your reading, for some of you Gemini, we have the Lovers. Now, the Lovers energy is your energy in the major arcana in the tarot, Gemini. So you've come out here right at the centre and right at the heart of your reading. And here you are again represented by the Queen of Swords. The swords are very much about the mind and communication, which is, you know, your ruling planet, Gemini, is Mercury, and which is about, again, the planet of communication and the mind. So you've come out ×2 right at the centre of your reading, Gemini. So looking into the second layer of the energy of these cards, we have the Lovers. So this is about a close and intimate relationship. And the Queen of Swords energy is giving some deep thought to something. Not allowing your emotions to sway you. But you're giving some deep thought trying to bring logic into this situation to do with a relationship. Okay. Just to say that if the Queen of Swords isn't representing yourself, Gemini, then this is somebody closely connected to you. So what are you thinking about at the moment? Well, right, we've got the Five of Wands and we've got the Eight of Cups. So for some of you, you're thinking about some form of conflict, some form of a disagreement and conflict. Now, this could be to do with differing opinions, different perspectives externally to yourself. Sometimes it's in a conflict, and when we've got a lot of competing thoughts and ideas within ourselves. But it's definitely about, this is something about conflict, disagreement, differing opinions. And the clarifier is the Eight of Cups. And this is when somebody's having to walk away from a situation that's no longer serving you or no longer serving them and walking towards something. Now, this could be walking away or leaving energetically leaving a situation, emotionally, mentally, and physically. So it could be any of those sort of energies. But having to leave, it may be having to walk away from arguments and disagreements, you know, that are no longer serving you any longer. For some of you, Gemini, needing to find a new way forward, perhaps. Okay. So that's what's on your mind at the moment for some of you, Gemini. Because certainly at the heart of your reading, we did have about a relationship, didn't we, here? But giving some deep thought to something to do with that. And here we had having a break from matters to do with the heart, having to regroup your thoughts and your energies. And underneath that that card, we had the Three of Swords, which is about something pulling at the strings of your heart. Something, you know, a bit of heartbreak, heart pain. All right, for some of you. And it could well be concerning a King of Wands energy. All right. King of Wands energy can be a little bit of a player on a negative side. He's certainly got a lot of passion and energy, but he can come in and out. You know, he doesn't hang around if things aren't working. It's that sort of an energy. On a positive note with the King of Wands, he can be very entrepreneurial. A born leader, for example, gets lots of good ideas. So let's see where this is going. At the root of this situation, we have the judgment call, the judgment energy and strength. So, and this is already in place because it's at the root of this situation to do with the Lovers and the Queen of Swords. So the judgment, this is when we have to take a fair and just review of the past. Look at the past, decisions that were made in the past, and what was good, what worked well, and what didn't work so well. So, you know, just considering all of that before a time of rebirth, of going forward anew. So it's almost like the universe is sending this judgment call down for people to stand up, to be counted, if you like, ready for a new beginning or a rebirth. So this is the root of this situation. Some form of a judgment call's been made. And then we have the strength. So this is about drawing on your inner strength. You have a very tender side to yourself, Gemini. Very caring and nurturing energy. But you can also roar like a lion and bring out that inner strength when needed. And in this particular picture, you see she's wearing the heart around her neck there. Very caring and loving energy, but very much in control. So this is about drawing on strength, your inner strength. And this is at the root of the matter when it was a time of having to make a decision, perhaps. Now, in the past energy, we have the Two of Coins and the Star. So in the past, there's something was up in the air. Perhaps a decision to be made was up in the air. Need for balance. But something was up in the air, definitely, in the past. And you were holding out for hope, wishing on a star, holding on to a star for hope and healing. Something you were wishing for in the past, but things were up in the air. So whatever it was that was up in the air, there's something that, as these pentacles came down, that you were hoping and wishing for. So going forward, Gemini, we have the Six of Swords on the Eight of Pentacles. So the Six of Swords, this is a moving on card. This is a leaving a situation, leaving troubled waters, searching for calmer waters. And we've already seen this is what you were thinking about, the Eight of Cups, which is about leaving a difficult situation that was no longer serving you and heading towards something new, a new beginning, and trying to leaving conflict behind. And then going forward, here it is, the Six of Swords, in your boat and coming through the archway, leaving the stormy clouds behind. And now remember, this is either physically or mentally leaving a situation, or emotionally having to distance yourself from a stormy situation, or it could be a combination of all those energies. And the Eight of Pentacles, this is the working hard card, having to balance the books, keeping the cogs moving, if you like, being quite bogged down, if you like, but you know, being able to get on with the job, burning the midnight oil, that sort of hard work. So, you know, this could either be saying this is about you having to leave this energy behind, or as you're leaving this energy behind, you know, you are going to be very focused and working hard to bring the money, to bring things to the table, to manage everything, to keep the cogs moving for yourself and perhaps for those around you. Now, there is something else that the universe wants to say to you, Gemini, here. We have Temperance and we have the Two of Cups. And this is about a need for balance. And I think it's a need for balance within a relationship. Now, it's either balance within a relationship, patience and moderation, or this is about yourself, having balance and moderation within yourself. The two different parts of yourself needing to come together to have more balance within yourself. All right, so it's either within yourself, or this is within a twin flame relationship, partnership, friendship, and achieving balance, harmony, moderation and patience, all of those lovely energies. And perhaps what the universe is saying to you, this is what you are going to achieve within this relationship or within yourself as you go forward and find a new way forward for some of you. And it's definitely to do with a relationship of some sort. And I feel, going back to here, surrender to the divine. I think this is very much saying you surrender to the processes, the way you are going now, to the processes that are happening around you. Don't fight them, you know, just go with the flow. You know, and the full moons are often about a completion, aren't they? Completion of a cycle. And perhaps it's a cycle that needs to complete for some of you, Gemini. And find a new way forward. Right, could we have two more messages, please, for Gemini to round this reading up, please? Two more messages for Gemini. 22nd to the 28th of February 2021. 2 more messages for Gemini, please. Two more messages for Gemini, please. So we have transformation and we have a narrow pathway. So transformation, this is the phoenix that rises up from the ashes. So a new way. We've had the judgment call, didn't we, right at the root of your situation, taking a fair review of the past before there's a rebirth of some sort. And here we have transformation. A fresh new way of living emerges. So things are changing. Whoever this is for, Gemini, you know, things are changing. A new way of living is emerging now for some of you. And narrow pathway, so tread thoughtfully, a step at a time. You know, sometimes it's like we're walking on shifting sands, isn't it? So it's a step at a time. There's no rush, just tread thoughtfully and just consider which way you're going and the decisions that you're making. Okay. So take your time. Take your time, because if this is a transformation time for whoever this is for, then change can make us feel a bit wobbly, can't it? When great change is happening and transformation. So, you know, just be kind. Take your time and be kind to yourself. And it's just a step at a time, a day at a time. And trust in the divine processes, trust in the connections and the you know, spiritual bonds that are happening for you at this time also. All right, Gemini, I'm going to leave it there. I hope whoever this was for, that you've enjoyed this reading, and you have an understanding about the messages that are coming through for you. But good luck going forward, and I hope you can join me again in the future. Bye bye for now.